first, get you started. And then I always come on to the other social media. Well, welcome. Hi, everybody over at YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, X. Welcome tonight to Makeup Class. Tonight we're going to be talking about mascara, all of my tips, tricks, advice to the perfect mascara application. So we'll talk about different brushes, tools, what to use when applying with mascara. Someone wrote, do you travel? Yes, you've asked me that before. I do. Yeah, I travel all over. So you can look at my website to see the fees, or you can email me. I think some things are on the site regarding price and some aren't. But we could chat offline when it comes to traveling and pricing for sure. Thanks for being with me. I appreciate it. So I'm a little not myself right now. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little shaky, and I'm never nervous or shaky when I do a video because I don't know. It's just fun for me and a little easy, I guess you could say. I enjoy it. So and I'm like, oh, of course, God, we're doing a mascara video, and I'm teary-eyed. It's good news. It's all good news. It's amazing news, actually. I just got an email about a half hour or so ago that I officially have my patent pending, and my attorney called me. He's amazing, to congratulate me. And my husband called me, and first my husband called me and he's like, congratulations, I saw the email. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't know if it's real, like it's for real. And he's like, I think it is. And then while I was setting up for you guys tonight, my attorney called and left a really beautiful message saying congratulations. So I can officially say that I own this intellectual property when it comes to makeup artistry application. I'm the only person in the world that owns it, teaches it, makeup according to lighting, and also makeup according to specific anatomical features, which are 50 face shapes, 32 eye combinations, and 36 lip. It's pretty remarkable. It's 25 years in the making of me studying faces, and it was a lot of work. Sorry, I can't believe I'm talking about this before a mascara video. That's the irony, right? But more to come. I'll be sharing more about it and why my discoveries in human facial anatomy is important to makeup artists, as well as lighting, and how that affects color and color temperature. And I've always taught the science of makeup, and I think those words are used very loosely nowadays. Like everyone says, it's science-based, science-based. So, people eye roll like, oh, here we go again. But it really is. And I knew it was patentable for years. And I held back on some of my information, my technology. And I can officially say that it's now been filed with the US government. So it's a lot of paperwork, but there it is. Yeah, it's dream come true. So I guess my point in sharing this is to let you know what's going on in the makeup artistry world. This is cutting edge, and I'm sure a lot of companies out there will be curious about it and may want to use it. So they'll contact me to use the technology, which will be really exciting in the beauty industry because, like I said, no one in the world uses it. It does apply to It applies in many areas, especially hairstyling because of anatomy. It will apply to plastic surgeons. They could use it. Um, Also, with missing people or police enforcement, that industry could use it for facial recognition. So it's really exciting, and I just wanted you guys to be part of the news. So November 5th, it's official. And who knows, maybe the patent won't be approved. I don't know. I hope it does. But in the meantime, it's mine and I want to share it with the world. So if you're interested in my 20 and 40-hour classes, like I've been saying, I really do teach the science of makeup artistry, and it is very unique. You're not going to learn it anywhere else. If you do, they're ripping me off. And they'll hear from my fantastic lawyer. But anyway, I joke. All right, let's move on to mascara. All right, so tonight we're going to cover removing mascara safely. We want to take mascara off properly. I do have some mascara on. Today I am wearing, and I want to demo this to you. This is Mineral Fusion. This is a brand, natural brand, vegan, paraben free. No, I don't sell this brand. I did purchase it in a Whole Foods, and I wanted to try it out because I love learning about ingredients. So I like to read packaging and then also figure out, does that particular ingredient blend, this chemical, right? Because this is a chemical, or formulation, how does it work on the eyes? It is very easy to take off, I have to say. So if you're looking for a mascara that's really easy to take off, this one's a good one, the Mineral Fusion. So to take mascara off, the biggest tip, the most important thing to remember is to always move the makeup away from the eye, especially makeup artists. When you're working on a client, you never want to push up into the eye. You always want to remove down. So I have a makeup wipe. And if you've been watching me, you know that I love to use makeup wipes, but I kind of cheat a little. I do add a little bit of micellar water. At home, I use pure oils. I love coconut oil. If you've been watching me, you know I love it and stand by it. And I've been using almond oil a lot mixed into my foundation. So I love pure one ingredient types of products. Hey, over at Instagram, welcome. But makeup artists, sometimes, this is more convenient, using a makeup wipe and some micellar water. So the trick is to always move down. So I'm pretending that I have eyeshadow on. Now, mascara is the only thing that I have on, and then I always lift up and remove. So you're moving away, always moving away, never pushing eyeshadow or brow product up into the eye. It's always around and down. And that's how I teach my skincare in my makeup classes, in my glamping class, that sort of thing. Let's see who's here. Oh, a few people are here. Wonderful. So it's around and down. Now, makeup artists, you can ask your client to look up at the ceiling, and you just want to wipe that residue away. You can also use a Q-tip. Sometimes I will wet the Q-tip with the micellar water, or if this is so saturated, this is like a quick trick too. Just take your remover from the wipe and you can go around and clean up as well. And you could go over the lashes as well. So that is the best way to remove mascara. It's always around and down. And if you're going to rub or shift back and forth, just be really gentle. You're not going to go like this over the eye. You're just going to do a little bit of movement to kind of break up that mascara. And again, you'll look up at the ceiling and just clean up underneath. Now, this is an all natural mascara, so it is very, easy to remove. Mascaras that have a higher content of water, okay, so they're not waterproof. Mascaras that contain a higher content of water, those would be your regular formulations. They obviously are much more easier to remove than a waterproof. A waterproof doesn't have water in it, so it is tougher to get off. Now, I do love waterproof mascara, and I always recommend that type of formulation for humid climates. So here in New Jersey, our summers are very, very humid. So I always say to my clients, have your waterproof mascara. I also recommend waterproof mascara for any type of water environment. So if you're going to the beach, to the pool, I'm getting a lot of congratulations on my phone. I told my parents, so they're texting me right now about the patent, which is so nice. And my brother. So when your clients or you are at some type of water park or a pool or an ocean, a lake, those types of environments where there's a lot of humidity and water in the air, my recommendation always is to use waterproof mascara. I also recommend waterproof mascara when I am working with clients and I understand that they're going to be in an emotional environment, in an emotional setting. So if they are attending something very sad, like a wake or a funeral, my recommendation always is waterproof. And then of course you have happy tears. You have your bat mitzvahs and bar mitzvahs and your sweet 16s, moms, I know it's a lot to handle. Good news, right? Like tonight, good news. And I'm like, ah! Also weddings. I mean, that's a no-brainer, right? For brides, you want to wear waterproof mascara. But keep in mind that with that waterproof mascara, it will be harder to remove later down the road, that evening, that day. Okay, so let's talk about different formulas that are available. So you have volumizing, right? Lengthening. Volumizing typically has some type of fiber material. So these mascaras that I sell, our Ultimate Volume, this is in the color black, and I want to show you, I don't know if you can see, but there are little fibers within this mascara. So I sell black. I also sell the color chocolate, and I also sell brown. So this is our chocolate color, which I love. And that is, I think this is very similar to the color that I wear. Let's see. Yes, it is. Okay, so the chocolate is very similar to the Mineral Fusion that I just had on. And I have to say that if we're going to talk trend right now, brown mascaras, browns are definitely in style right now. I have more clients ask for brown than ever before, and I personally love it, especially if you're a blonde or if you're a redhead. You probably would want to go with a brown if you want something closer to your natural hair color, or at least your root, like me. I have a lot of highlights. So you could see with this wand, I hope you could see that there are fibers within this mascara. So this will volumize the mascara. Another thing that I look for, and something for you to consider when purchasing your mascara, is the type of brush that you're using. So, or that comes with the mascara, right? So something very dense like this style brush, this will create volume, okay? If you have a mascara brush that is less dense and smaller or shorter in length, actually, let me compare these two. This is much shorter in length than this one. This mascara wand is for more definition and for separation. So this mascara wand, this will be more for your natural look. It's great for separating. And then something thicker with more bristles, this is for your volume. This would be for your volume. So depending on the look that you're going for, that's the type of brush that you want. I know that obviously, I'm just showing you a few examples tonight. There are a lot of mascara brands with all different brushes, different styles, but just keep in mind the golden rule is if it's a smaller brush and it's finer like this, you're going to have more precision and definition. And if it's bigger and dense and thicker, you're going to get a lot of volume. Okay, so here are some little tips and tricks. I'm going to work with this mascara wand. And I thought about this a while ago, weeks ago, when I said to Erin, I'm going to do a mascara video. And she's like, oh, that's a great idea. I like this brush for tonight's demo is because of the curve. And what I've noticed throughout the years is a lot of people don't know how to properly use this type of brush. They just go straight in at any angle, and they're really not getting the benefits of this style brush. It's a curve for a reason. It's curved for the eye. So when you go in with this, you're going with the shape of your eye. You're not working against it, although I am going to do that a little bit too, to create a little bit of thickness. All right, so when you're doing your mascara, the first thing you should do, if you decide that you're going to do your bottom lashes, you're always doing your bottom lashes first. And I'm really, really cautious and very careful about getting each individual hair and not getting clumps. Now, if you have a lot of clumpy mascara, that could be a sign that your mascara is old and it's drying out. And if that's the case and you don't have a backup and it's the only thing that you can use, thank you for the love. I suggest that you take a tissue and you wipe off the clumpiness. Just try to get off as much of the clump as possible. Use it, but note to self that basically this is now garbage. It's too dried out. It's too clumpy. But it's the only thing you have, and you're in a position where you got to do the lashes, but know that, oh my gosh, this is way too clumpy. It's a mess and it's time to throw it out. Mascara typically has a shelf life of 3 months from the time that you open it. So if you're using if you use mascara like I do, you're going to go through it a lot faster. But if you're noticing that it's clumping and you're not getting a great result, it means that it is on its way out. So I'm really, really careful about doing the bottom lashes. Now, why do some people, when they do their lashes, go like this? The reason why you do that is because most people like stretching this part of their face, right? They want to stretch it so they could get in with their mascara. A little trick would be to hold the mirror up high, because when you go like this and you're crouched down, so you want to be in a higher position. Also with your clients as well, when you're doing their mascara, you want them to look up at the ceiling for the bottom lashes, right? This is why we do the bottoms first. Hey, everybody at Instagram. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. And you guys too, over at Facebook and YouTube. All right. So you're going to ask your client to look up at the ceiling like this. And then you're going to be really careful. Again, tapping and moving downward. Tap and move downward. Okay. Now, of course, if you are a makeup artist, you're not using this mascara unless you're giving it to them, right? Makeup artists, you'll use a disposable. And I have to say, I'm not so crazy about disposable wands. I really feel like you just don't get the best amount, but I'm going to show you. So I put the wand in and I'm turning it. Notice that I don't pump the mascara, I turn. You don't want to pump your mascara. Okay, you don't want to go like this because what are you doing? You're pushing air into it. So I want you to put that wand in, makeup artist, and twirl it, scrape around, pick up. Look at how much product I picked up. It's crazy. Okay, now makeup artist, what you're going to do once you pick up on a flat surface, we'll pretend this is the table. I'm going to bend just by pressing the tip a little bit, and I'm giving myself a bit of an angle. This way, it's much easier to work with when applying. Another thing that you want to be mindful of, either you're a makeup artist or beauty enthusiast, we're not going like this. Why? Because we're going to get black all over the bridge of the nose. That slows us down. That's a lot of work to clean up. So it's here, okay? And then I want you to flip your wrist and you're going to go over to this side. A lot of my students, when they're first starting with me, they work on, I teach them, don't stand on one side of the person. You want to stand in front. You want to make sure you can walk a circle around the client so you can move your body side to side, because makeup artistry isn't about creating one great side of the face and the other is like, eh. You want to be able to see both sides and have balance and symmetry, right? So what you're going to do, you're working here, and then you're going to flip the wrist and work on the bottom. Okay, so bottom lashes first. Now curling, sorry, I forgot to do this, but I do recommend that you curl the lashes first before the mascara. Why? Because you have to wait for the mascara to dry, or what's going to happen is you're going to clamp down on wet lashes, right? The lashes will stick. It's going to be hard to release, and then you'll pull the lash out, and we never want to do that. So let me show you the correct way of curling lashes. So you could see, just like this brush, okay, the lash curler is curved like the eye, okay? This base here, this is my lash curler, actually. This base here, okay, this flat part rests on the lid. And the clamp is what, and you should have a sponge, you should have some type of rubber piece there so you're not cutting the lash. You don't want to put metal to metal. And I've heard stories in class where they know of someone that actually cut their lashes because they didn't have the rubber base placed in. And they do sell the replacements, the rubber bases. So I clean mine with 99% alcohol. We clean them here in the studio, but if they just get really, really gross, makeup artists, you want to replace the base, and it pops right out, as you could say. So you can replace that rubber part if it's just getting really nasty. Remember, key to great makeup artistry is organize and clean, right? That's always step one. Cleanliness is next to godliness, and that's something that I teach in all of my classes. All right, so I'm going to push, or place, I should say. See how I place this on my lid? Okay. So now my lashes are straight through, and then what I'm going to do is gently press and hold. It's as easy as that, but you'd be surprised how many people do this incorrectly. Now, we never pull away. We release, open as wide as you can, and then release. Okay. And wow, that looks good. Okay. Nice little curl there. All right, let's do it again, guys. So you place it on the lid and then press. Wow, I'm impressed. I didn't even use a close-up mirror for that. Thank goodness I know what I'm doing and I didn't cut myself. Oh, because that would be really bad. Yeah, you don't want to do that. So have the client look straight ahead. Place that metal piece on the lid and then gently, slowly press down. And you're always watching what you're doing. Open, release, move away. Okay, so that's how you properly curl the lash. You could do this a few times if you want. Probably not the best thing for me to do on myself, looking so far to do this. A mirror is really the safest, close-up mirror. It's really the safest way to do this. So you could do it at home. Why do I love eyelash curler? Because it's an eyelash curler, and that's what it does. It lifts the eye, it opens the eye. If you have a downturned eye, you want to open that eye up even more. If you have a small eye shape, you want to open the eye up even more. And a lash curler really is a wonderful tool to give you a wide eye, bigger eye look. Love, love, love. If your client is very tired, not feeling so great, you have actors, models on the set, and part of our job as a makeup artist is to do our best to make them look their best. Eyelash curler is one of those little things you could do besides giving them hot water with lemon. Open their eye up, say, you know what, let's curl your lashes a few times today. That'll really give you that wide eye, wide awake look. And I know, you're tired, you're hungover, whatever it is with the actors or models, but you want to open their eye up. Okay, so once the eyes are curled, then we go in with the mascara. Now, here's a little trick that I like. You want to get as close as possible to the lash line, as close as possible. Now, makeup artists, you will work with blinkers. They'll be like, I don't even know if I could do it, but it's really hard when you have someone blinking a lot. So you want to be patient and you want to reassure them that it's okay. It is what it is. It comes with the job. If you have someone that blinks a lot, we just have to manage it. You may have someone that says to you, I'm afraid of having you put my mascara on. They're afraid. They don't like things close to their eye or being done by another person. And they may share a story like, yeah, I'm like this when I go to the eye doctor. I don't like anything close. You can offer the wand, the product, and say, hey, you know what, help me out today. Could you do your own mascara? There's nothing wrong with that. It's not it's not because you don't know what you're doing or you're not a good makeup artist, because you give the mascara to your client to help you out. Okay, but I want to show you with this type of brush. So you see how it's a curve? When you're doing the mascara with this curve, you want the curve, this part, in towards the eye, because it's wrapping. The whole point is to wrap around your eye line. Okay, that's the beauty of this design. You're going to get, let me come close, you're going to get all of your lashes basically at once, which is nice with the curve. That's why I like curved, but I also like curved that are thicker. So I love the curve of this brush, but I'm not crazy about the fact that it's so stinking thin and small and short, because I want more volume. But I get it, because this company, this Mineral Fusion, who's their market? You always have to consider who they're selling to. They're selling to the person that wants a more natural mascara look. So someone who wants a more natural mascara look probably is looking for separation. They're not looking for bulk like this Jersey girl. I love a lot of mascara. So what I have to do is build on it. Again, makeup artists, you're not doing this on a client. You're not going like this, using this on a client, unless you are giving it to them. This is very unsanitary. You have to use your disposable mascara wands. Now, again, not crazy about it. Sometimes I simply cannot get an amazing lash look from using disposable mascaras. And I have to be honest with my clients, say, listen, you could purchase a mascara. We'll use the one you buy on you. This way we get that fabulous brush. I get to really dip in, get all that product on there and keep going back and forth. Or when they get home, they could use their favorite mascara. So there are limitations to using disposable wands. There are limitations. So as you can see, guys, I'm going right in with the curved brush. Another trick to separating the lash is to kind of zigzag it, kind of wiggle it a little bit. This could give a little bit of a thicker look, a little more of a clumpy, but you want to be super careful. Wow, this is coming out really nice. And of course, I'm taking my time. Sometimes I rush to do my own and I'm like, ooh boy, that's a little clumpy. But if you take your time and you're working with the curve. Now, some of you may be saying to yourself, well, okay, we're working with the curve. We're taking all the mascara, all the product just from the one side. When you work with something like this, which is the same circumference, right? You could just kind of like twist it and just use up all of that product. That's another thing I tell my students, like instead of keep grabbing for your disposables, which are pretty expensive, dipping in, throwing out, dipping, not so great for the environment too, because this is plastic. Use that wand, spin that wand around and get all of that product off the wand. There's a lot that goes, these wands grab a lot. Mascara wands in general grab a lot. All right, we're pretty much out of time. Of course, I made my announcement earlier, and thank you for all the love. So another thing that I want you to be aware of, makeup artists, and thank you, is the fact that I'm teaching this class now for about 25 minutes with my mascara open. That is, I'm in a danger zone. You need to close that mascara